We have Blue Alliance bots buying the fuel they scored during Autonomous. The Golden Gears are going for a second time alongside their partner Precision Guessworks. The first time just wasn't enough. Gear and Catholic scoring one more time before Autonomous ends. Coming into teleoperated period, we have a strong lead out of your Blue Alliance, 54-22. Gear and Catholic and Guessworks and the Ghosts are now joining, scoring in the transition period before we go to the Red Alliance shift. We see 1018 Robodells is beached on some fuel. They'll need to be saved by their alliance partner if they want to continue to score. And they are. That is the Fearsome Gears pushing them off of the fuel. On blue, we see Precision Guessworks getting ready to score, but we also see Digital Goats pushing fuel into their zone. We see all three Blue Alliance bots pre-firing, trying to get a little bit more fuel in during this next shift. They've already cleared the threshold for the energized RP. Let's see if they can make the supercharged RP this match. Over on red, we see Robodells getting beached on the blue bump. We also see the Fearsome Gears and Riley Wildbots gathering some fuel. Their shift will begin here in 2 seconds. Fearsome Gears getting ready to start firing some fuel into their goal. And they are making a few. We have the Golden Gears taking the center line and firing fuel from it into their own zone. They're getting ready to score for later when their shift will begin in about 8 seconds. We have Robodells unloading their hopper into their goal. Red Alliance is behind, but they need about 60 fuel to get that ranking point. On blue, we have all three bots firing. The Gear and Catholic Golden Gears are gathering some fuel they've stored earlier. They're joined by the Digital Goats and their human players. They've scored 280 fuel. They'll need 80 fuel in about 30 seconds. They want to make that ranking point. That's those more endgame teams may now climb or continue scoring in their now active hubs. We see all bots are deciding to score in those hubs, including the human players in some cases. The Blue Alliance has about 10 seconds to score 40 fuel if they want to make that supercharged ranking point. All three bots firing in the last 5 seconds, just trying to make the last couple of fuel. They might just barely make it. They're at 3:59 with 1 second left. And we'll have scores out shortly.